Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to this new Let's Play Game Monday, episode 4 featuring Call of Duty Ghosts. This is actually one of the games that I wanted to feature a long time ago, since I was one of the biggest Call of Duty players in this world. And you can see that on my channel. I had a lot of content about Call of Duty in the previous year. So actually I now kind of stopped with playing Call of Duty, unfortunately, because I still like the game, but it's just because of a couple of reasons, and I'm gonna give them in this video. So let me first of all thank Mr. J-Skill for this amazing gameplay. I don't have the game yet, as I just said, so I'm just really happy with him sending this gameplay in so I can still do a commentary about this. It's awesome to see it because this map is amazing, and that's also one of the points of my review. So let's start with the review. I'm gonna start with the single player. As you guys might have seen already on the internet, the single player is absolutely amazing. It goes from space to underwater scenes to flat scenes in New York or anything. It's just amazing. The way they created the maps and the way you play on the maps is absolutely stunning. And I must say, Call of Duty always did a good job with that. So I gotta give them reps for that. The single player is absolutely amazing. It gives you about 10 hours playtime to complete the single player, and from that point on, it's all about the multiplayer, as every Call of Duty. Now, I'm not really a single player, but if I see this single player, I'm like, wow, alright, I should really try that out, because it's absolutely amazing. You go in space, shoot people in space, shoot bombs in space, everything happens there. it's just insane to watch, so that's awesome. Now, let's start with the new multiplayer maps, because I just said I like this map a lot. As you can see, it's just the way it looks, and it's pretty bright. It's not that dark, so that's something I like from Infinity Ward creating their Call of Duty games. But it's just a really nice designed map, and overall, you see your enemies quite easily. The lighting is really good in these maps, and it just gives you a really good feeling when playing the game. So I like that a lot from Call of Duty. They did a good job with the environment and making the map, so I gotta give it to them. It's amazing. One of the things is that the maps are larger, and this could actually be a bad point about the new maps, because the maps, you know, Call of Duty, you play Call of Duty with 12 players right now, because the consoles can't hold 18 players, so you overall play the game with 12 players. Now, 12 players are not that much when you're playing on a huge map. Now, this map doesn't seem that huge, but other maps from Black Ops or from Call of Duty Ghosts are really, really big, and that's insane to play with that amount of players. So then you have a few sections that are really crowded with people, and other sections are just left alone and nobody ever touches them because there's no reason to go there, since you don't have that much players around. So that can be bad. A good thing is there are more pathways, so you have more decision making to do. You can go different ways. It's not all limited to one position. That's nice. And you have these new events on a map. Things like destroying bridges, letting a building explode, and opening a gate to open different pathways in that map. And that depends all on the time you play on that map. So it can be different every time. You know, it really depends what the players decide to do on that map, and that changes the influence of the gameplay. Now, that is amazing if you ask me. Battlefield 4 also has this, so that's really nice. Now let's go over to the thoughts on the graphics, what I think about this, because as you can see, there is a slightly improved graphics on this game. Now, this is played on the Xbox 360 and not on the next gen console. But still, on the Xbox 360, like this reflection you see on the ground sometimes when he's walking around, that's actually really good. And that gives you a really good feeling about the map, and it looks really good. So, overall, the graphics are better. But still, if you compare the Xbox 360 version to a next-gen console version, you see a huge difference between the two. It's like day and night. And I think, you know, that's not, yeah, of course, it's pretty normal that happens, but it kind of sucks, you know, if you don't have the new Xbox, then you don't get the pretty game, and still, it is the same price, so I don't know about that, but anyways, this is kind of like the old Call of Duties, only the reflection on the ground is a little bit improved, and yeah, that's kind of it when it comes to graphics. And if you really want to have the new graphic update, which Call of Duty Ghosts advertised about, then you gotta get that new next-gen console, get the Xbox 720, or Xbox One, whatever it is, and go out there and get the most awesome graphics that are around, because it's amazing the difference. Now, the reason why I didn't pick up this game is because I had performance issues with this game on PC. The game is definitely not made for PC. It seems like they made a really bad wow, my voice. It seems like they made a really bad port to PC, which is not something I like from Call of Duty, because I always played their games on the PC. I also played on the Xbox for a while because my friends were playing on the Xbox, but I really prefer to play this game on the PC, and now with this new game, my frame rate gets so low that you have to have a really good computer to be able to actually run this game on about 60 FPS. I get below 60, and that really sucks. I don't like to play games when I get low frame rate, because it definitely gives me a disadvantage when it comes to playing the game. It's much easier to have a smooth frame rate and a good one, because then your reflex and everything, it just goes easier and it's just nicer. So yeah, that's kind of the thing I don't like. I hope they will still patch this in the future. They might be doing that. I don't expect them to do that though, since they usually don't really update their games when it comes to Call of Duty. But they might be doing it, I don't know. I hope so, and maybe if I get a new computer I might be able to run it normally. But on this laptop, it's definitely not possible, so that sucks. What I need to do is get a new next-gen console, and then it's gonna be awesome. That's the only thing, and otherwise, not really a way for me to buy it. I'm not gonna buy it for the 360 when the graphics are not that good. In my opinion, it's not worth it. Alright, so this Call of Duty has more balanced weapons, which I like, because in the other Call of Duties, you usually had a few weapons that were really overpowered and overused, and in this Call of Duty they kind of got rid of that, so that's nice. Even though there are more weapons, they balance that out really nicely, so gotta give props to the designers of this game. Well done, good job. And yeah, more balanced weapon. Now there are also more customization possibilities in this Call of Duty. You know, every Call of Duty had this create a class function where you can create your class and set your perks and whatever you want, and they still have that. That's a sign of Call of Duty, and that's one of the things I really like about Call of Duty, is that you can actually decide yourself what you would like to run. Now this, in the past, it made like these overpowered classes that everyone used. Like some of the perks were never used, and that's bad. You know, if you have the possibility to choose others, but you kind of limit people to one because that one is overly the best of all the perks. You know, you don't want to have that when you're designing a game. So I think with this new Call of Duty, they did a really good job by balancing that out first and adding a lot of perks. So they have 35 perks in this game. Now this is absolutely amazing. Like they used to have, they limit you to 3 perks per character in the past. Now you can have 6 perks, and there are a total of 35, around 35 perks in this game. It's amazing. You know, you have so much options, and I'm not sure if it's actually that balanced as they imply it to be. Like, I've watched a few review videos and they said that it's actually really balanced and you can choose whatever you want. But I think after a while, if the game is like 6 months old, then you will see that 1 perk on each of the sections will really get overpowered. I don't know, it probably will, because it usually happens in all Call of Duty, so that's what I expect. But it doesn't have to happen, so perhaps, you know. But if it's really that balanced, then it's actually insane. Having 35 perks and having it balanced as well is amazing. Now they also have outfits you can choose for your character, so you can choose how you want to look in the game. Now, to me, that isn't really important when playing a first-person shooter, since you don't see your character. Others do, but they don't really care about how you look, right? It's just like your character and you die. Bam. That's it. Now, it is something that some people like, because customization gives you a feeling of, wow, this is actually me, this is what I created, and I'm gonna show how badass I am in this game. They also allow you to choose a character in this game, so it's not only limited to outfits, but you can also choose a character. and female characters. So if you really like to play as a female in this game, then you actually have the option to do that, and that's something new for Call of Duty. They usually didn't have that. They had a lot of soldiers, not really female soldiers, and it didn't give you the opportunity to choose your character. So nice, I think. I don't really care about my character and how it looks. I just want to play and shoot people. But there are a lot of people around that actually do care about how they look in the game, which is stupid in my opinion. But you gotta, you know, some people are really, they just want to look good in a game and just want to look badass. Yeah, alright, it's fine, alright? It's fine. Now, alright, so the new game mode they have is Extinction, which is the new Call of Duty Zombies kind of thing, but then it's more like Left 4 Dead. Like, you just finish a level. It's not that much survival anymore. And it is actually with aliens instead of zombies. So these aliens are pretty fucking strong because they jump at you and stuff. They're like super overpowered when it comes to it. So it's really hard to do this, but it's actually really fun for the gameplay I've watched. So it looked really cool. People actually enjoy playing it, and I think it's actually the better version of Call of Duty Zombies. I think the zombies thing got a little bit boring after a while. You know, just re-releasing it with new maps every single Call of Duty is not working out that good. The Call of Duty 5 Zombies was great, but you gotta, you know, it's not really worth it to keep it in there because you won't get experience back anymore. So try to update it like they do with the aliens, and that's actually really awesome. So that's what I will do as a designer. You know, keep improving, keep bringing out new content instead of just re-releasing the old content and improving it a little bit, because usually it's not even that improved and it doesn't give the same feeling. Now, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button and subscribe if you want to see more.